picturesque city of Denver, Colorado. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide, it doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
2nd and 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Jamal Sheard on the stop. And let's go through the starting defense for Indianapolis.
Vontae Davis is one of the strongest cornerbacks in the league. Equally adept at playing the run and the pass.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And they'll go on the ground. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go! Over! Detroit!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here that's complete. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And now it's blocked. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in Week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And he motions the wide receiver. Here's Luck now on second down. Has
pass incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time, and it's third down. Here's the offense, and if you're the defense, Charles, you really have to focus on that guy that's highlighted on the screen.
You're talking about pure speed. T.Y. Hilton can get down the middle of the field and really stretch a defense.
Third down and 12. Throwing on third down, Luck. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. And the back goes into motion.
No, check, Patriot!
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They go play action here on first down. You can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And that'll be good for an Indianapolis first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now a play fake here on first down. Left side, it's Dorsett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
18 yards on the pickup there, and it's good enough for an Indianapolis first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come up in an offset eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
Von Miller is so good that he doesn't even need a nickname. His ability to bend and dip on the pass rush, unequaled in this league.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Locke. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Now Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
We often hear analysts talk about a quarterback's wingspan almost like a forward in basketball. But here's where it pays to have a long reach. They find a slight opening and are able to stick the ball forward to pick up 1st downs.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They come up in an offset eye. After the run, Luck going to throw. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move as they face a 2nd down here. One receiver left is Hilton. Second and 10, Luck again. His throw caught at about the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
To throw on second down is Luck. He's got time in the pocket. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Dante Moncrief, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. And there's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And they'll run it here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll drop to throw. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll come out in the pistol. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And the wideout in motion.
Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Demaryius Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, That was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
7 yards to go on second down. Here's Luck now on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Five yards left for the offense. It's second down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. A nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8.
Check, Patriot, Patriot. Over.
Halfback sent in motion.
Watch it now, Barney. No. Check, Patriot. Gun.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
No. Check, Patriot. Now let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Green 39! Green 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Let's go! Green 19! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? But Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They come up in an offset eye. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And McManus able to put it through, and that will extend their lead even further. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Now, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
They'll start on the ground with Gore. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. One receiver left, 2 to the right. Throwing is Love, and that is incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Easy, easy, easy.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Couple of Broncos there in on the tackle.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Third down now following the run. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll come out in the pistol. Luck on first down. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Play clock down at 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From the 50, it's Luck. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Play fake to Gore. It's Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Todd Davis coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. Third and long, it's Luck. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time, and it brings up fourth down.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And Sanders now to return. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll be good for a Denver first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Leopard!
He'll look to throw. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Time running out here on the play clock. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He's got time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up fourth down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. Throwing on third down. Luck. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Jeff Locke now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Now Sanders. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Another pistol look here.
Watch him now, Barney. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And some space here. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Back now at the home of the champs, Sports Authority Field in Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. And he goes in motion here in the backfield.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And they went big on 1st down. Proves unfruitful.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Thomas, the lone receiver, left.
Here we go now. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Roughing the passer. That's shades of Charles Davis back in his playing days.
Oh, I sure wish it had been, Brandon. Back in my day, I didn't hit anyone hard enough to rough the passer. I had a number of teammates that handled that for me.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Returnable for Dorsett. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Back to throw. Luck finding time. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
3 yards to go here on second down. Aiken, the man in motion. On second down, here's Locke. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And now a first down following that long gain. On first down, it's Locke. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
One receiver left is Hilton. Second and 10, Luck again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On first and 10, Locke, incomplete.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Back to the air, Locke on second down. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Partner, I know the ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
Now it's Locke off the bootleg. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Desperation time for Luck on fourth down. And able to find Dorsett. 19 yards there on the pickup. And on fourth and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those fourth down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
On 2nd and 10, Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Third and long, it's Luck. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now Luck, eluding the pressure right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defense...
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Green, the tight end, in motion. Now they'll run it on the toss. Stays on his feet, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
You have to love and admire the effort because he almost broke free in the backfield, but you also have to love and admire what the defense did. Swarmed the play and made sure he couldn't get anywhere. A loss of yardage.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Thomas, the lone receiver, left.
Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit!
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Green, 39. Green, 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 1st and 10, Locke. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. They'll run it now out of the gun. Muscles him off. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.